Ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, 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 Chicago Bears fans. Welcome to the Bears Den podcast number 61. And as you can see behind me, we are celebrating a win over our hated rival, all of a sudden, the Washington Commanders. We have a great show lined up for you guys tonight. We're going to talk about the game, the win against the Commanders. We're going to talk about the Saints game upcoming. As always, please like us, follow us, subscribe to us, share our contents, show us some love. You can find us on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Don't be shy tonight. Send us your comments and send us your feedback. And let me introduce you to the rest of the team. I am your host, Andy. I got the superstar, Todd.
Hey.
I got the megastar, the bad guy, Chicago Clarence. And I got the Globe Trotter, the guy who was at the game last night. And for the Hail Mary gate from last year, Edmund is joining us. So, Edmund, I'll kick it off to you. Is it true? Revenge is a dish best served cold. We lost last year. You were at the game. This year we got the W. So what do you think of what you saw last night?
Well, the atmosphere was definitely popping. Everybody was looking for that ending like it was last year. I mean, It wasn't that big like last year, but it was big. You know, I mean, and like I said, when I seen like the referees seemed like they were trying to control the game just to get back to that point, but I think the weather and everything just messed it up, and it worked in our favor to where we pulled it off. So, but yeah, it was a good time. A time was had. It just got wet, and yeah, but it was well worth it. Well worth it. I was on row 1. Section 124, right behind the team. So, you know, it was well worth it. Definitely.
Damn it. Damn, I wish I'd have been at that one.
Yeah.
I wanted to see us win. I wanted to see our boy outperform Jane Daniels in the worst way. So, Todd, what do you think of what you saw last night?
I think they got out to such a good lead, and you know, we were all just about to pull our hair out by middle of the third quarter, going to the fourth quarter, just like if you feel like you've got a team down and you just want to step on their neck, but that's on the road. And a road win is I don't care who you're playing. A road win is a big deal. And
yes, it is.
But when you start out as good as they did, and then I'm not one to talk too much about refs, but there was some pretty blatant stuff that was bad. So I think that look, I'm happy. To get a road win is great, and there's a revenge game. So I'm happy about it. It just was a little more aggravating than maybe it needed to be.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed seeing the revenge. I wanted to see us beat them. I was very disappointed when we fell behind. I feel like we made a lot of mistakes. The refs definitely helped Washington. Like, some of those calls was atrocious.
Yeah.
To take that touchdown away from Caleb and Rome, that was atrocious. That was atrocious. And the offensive pass interference on Loveland.
Yeah.
But Chicago Clarence, I know you're simmering. You were simmering last night, even though we got the W. What do you think of what you saw last night?
I was disappointed in some of the self-inflicted mistakes that we continue to make. We're getting ready to hit week 6 now. Um, and these are some of the things that was happening during training camp. I like to see them get that cleaned up in a hurry. On the other hand, as Todd said, he doesn't really like about reps on the. I, however, do. That
Shocker.
That is surprising.
I mean that touchdown that was called back was just flat out bullshit. We have them down 20-10 at that point, and I shudder to say, Washington had three touchdowns, right, last night.
2.
3 touchdowns, 1 field goal. So 2 of their touchdowns, they had drives extended on third downs by bullshit calls. The the face mask they called, the rough in the pass. The quarterbacks are the highest paid players on the league, on the team in the league, and you can barely touch them and they want to call a flag. I mean, I would let the one go they called on Brisker. I don't really totally buy that he was pushed in the back into his legs. You got to know better. I think that Brisker could have pulled up and maybe even aimed higher. But the one they called on Sweat, I mean, for God's sake, come on. So, they were given 2 third down. I mean, we was 3rd and long, and we had stopped them. And here comes a flag. So I think the Bears was definitely getting hosed. But I want to tell you guys something. That game last night was a game that we typically lose.
Yes,
right. In the past, I want to remind you about week 1 when we played Minnesota. Right. Very similar game. We had bad calls in that game. We had the momentum. Looked like we were just on the verge of putting them away, and then we lose momentum. So this team has done some growing. It's got some growing to do, but this team has done some growing. I was proud to see them in a hostile environment take the ball away from a team that everybody thought was going to be outmatched and manhandled on both offensive and defensive lines. And I know we're going to get to that later in the show, but kudos to this team for getting the win.
I think that's the first pick on Jaden Daniels for the season too, right?
I think, yeah.
And that was a terrible throw on his part. Like, I don't know what he was looking at, but that was an atrocious throw on Jaden Daniels' part.
And guys, we are now 2 for 11 on games after the bye. We were 1-10 before that game.
Yeah,
last night. So it just shows you how bad we have been, and I would attribute that to the previous people who was a part of this record just being bad coaches, and Nagy and Eberflus. One of them didn't even have a road win on Sunday, for God's sake. But I think the culture is starting to change for this team little by little. Anybody who's paying attention should be able to see it.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the thing I noticed the most is you could tell we practiced on our weaknesses. I mean, we had running lanes for once. I mean, DeAndre Swift ran like he was pissed off. Like, he ran like
he was
he
hungry.
might lose his job.
Yeah.
Yes, as Clarence always says, he ran like he was hungry. Like, he ran with a purpose. He ran like he was pissed off.
But I don't know if y'all remember the last year, like they were talking about getting somebody else to come in, and then as soon as they do that, and we played the Commanders that time, and he had a good game. So it's just it was like the same thing.
I mean, DeAndre Swift played well. Our offensive line played well. It's like moving Theo Benedict, the left tackle, is going to pay off because he played well. I mean, all in all, I thought our offensive line played well. We had running lanes, and we could drive a Kenworth truck through those lanes last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see him.
Yeah, you could actually see the lanes last night. And defensively, I mean, we were better against the run. We still got gouged.
Yeah.
We were definitely better.
I mean, let's not forget, though, we were missing starters.
Yes, we were.
I can't say enough for the job that this team did last night against the run. That was the number 1 rushing offense in the league.
Yes, it was.
And we pretty much held them in check. Yeah. I mean, I saw people getting moved. I saw pressure being put on Daniels, and he's a hell of an athlete. You know, he got out of some jams last night that just about over half of the quarterbacks in the NFL ain't getting out of. You know, I mean, I seen Montez Sweat had him dead to rights and he got out of it. He scrambled for a long third down play. I can't remember the two guys. I think one of them was Billings, and he was able to get out of it. You know, so let's just not forget what they were up against. Everybody and their mama said that we were going to get manhandled up front, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. They just knew we were going to get mauled, and it didn't happen.
No.
And our offensive line, this is the best our offensive line has played in a very long time. When you're considering what they were going up against.
Yeah, no, we outgained them 145 to 124. Nobody would have thought that.
No, we certainly, us three certainly didn't.
No.
I mean,
he was getting the ball out. He was getting the ball out pretty quick. Like he was doing the check downs, like not trying to get the big play every time. So
right.
I mean, Washington averaged 4 yards a carry. I mean, if you look at the stats, they were pretty much even. The difference was the 3 turnovers by Washington.
Right, for sure.
I mean, that was the difference. That killed 3 of their drives. Each team got 10 drives.
We scored on every one, right? We had 13 points off turnovers. I think we scored every time they.
I mean, thank God for the turnovers because the rest was definitely keeping Washington in the game.
Right.
I mean, even the Commander fans that were there were saying the same thing. They were like, "Wow." I was like, "Yeah, it was crazy." Like that pass to Rome was beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
It was beautiful. Like, and see, like you can't. Then the flag must have came out later because they shoot the cleats are yellow, so it's like you couldn't really see when. Then they just throw a flag, and it's like, wait a minute, that's a flag. Like, what a flag for? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, then like he was like, "Oh, y'all were robbed on that." I mean. Like,
yeah, I mean, even Troy Aikman pointed out in the telecast. He pointed out numerous times that should never have been a flag.
Right.
Yeah.
And he was actually, you could tell he's pretty much pro Commanders, and that's such a judgmental call. Like that play, you got to let go. You got to let these guys play. Like, and the call on Loveland I thought was atrocious. The offensive pass interference. I mean, Loveland changed his route. The defensive back thought he was going to go deep. And there was never really a push-off. There wasn't enough contact for me to draw a flag on that.
What about the illegal contact on Wright?
Deshaun Wright, yeah. They never really showed it. They never really showed him touching his helmet, what they were saying. And then the illegal formation on DJ Moore that killed a drive later. They never gave us a replay on the TV screen of that.
Right.
There was just
that's the thing that they don't want to replay that stuff. You know what I'm saying? When it works out in their favor.
So, Todd, you say it all the time. Does this mean we're a good team? Good teams overcome bad calls?
We overcame the calls. We overcame the weather. We overcame the road. We overcame the year-long grief with this team. Yeah, I mean, I think that we are definitely at least middle of the pack. You know, we're not among the bottom 5 or 6 like we've been for the longest time now.
So, Clarence, does this mean we're a good team? Because good teams overcome bad calls. Does this mean we're a good team?
This doesn't mean that we're a good team. It just means we're headed in the right direction.
Right.
You see what this team can be, what this offense can be when you're able to run the ball. I mean, out of everything, Ben Johnson including, he may have a lot to do with that, but I'm delighted what I'm seeing from the offensive line last night. You know, the pass blocking, the run blocking, all of that is key. You know, and if you're able to run the ball, you're able to help sustain drives, and it takes pressure off your quarterback. You know, just go ask Justin Fields right now what a good, healthy running game would do for you and your confidence. You know, you have got to be able to run the ball in this league. You got to be able to do 2 things, run the ball and stop the run. The Bears pretty much did a pretty good job doing both last night.
Yeah. So let's shift over to defense. Edmund, what do you think of our defensive performance last night? I'm sorry.
Oh, that last night they looked a lot better than they normally be looking. Like I said, they were stopping the run. Jaden Daniels is going to get his regardless.
Yeah, he is.
You know what I mean? Because he just
that.
that. Yeah. So, but as far as like the running backs, and they end up getting the turnover with the the fumble and everything like that. So and the pick, and then the last fumble was just on a bad handoff. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did real well. They did real well.
Yeah, I thought it was a huge improvement. You could tell
Yeah.
they were practicing run game defense.
Oh yeah.
They had 3 linebackers in a couple times, which is almost unseen in today's game.
Right.
You could count them off in the box. They had 8 or 9 in the box numerous times. Todd, what do you think of our defense?
That's what they had to do. No, just the aggressiveness, and as far as the turnovers, that they're starting to establish themselves, more and mirror what their coordinator, Dennis Allen wants to do. I think it's coming together. I was Shamar Turner, somebody, who's just getting some snaps now. He was pretty aggressive against the run. We've got to get better, from that standpoint. I think they were definitely, trying and getting back, several of the injured players helped out a lot too. But
Edwards and Gordon.
Yeah, I'm always watching the young guys, seeing if they're going to develop, and I'm optimistic about him, and just if we can stay healthy, we should be competitive.
Chicago, Clarence, what do you think of the defense last night? We did not play Booker. We did not activate him. Jared is still out. So what do you think of our defensive effort last night?
I thought the defensive effort was really well. I mean, Daniel scared the hell out of us.
Yes, he did.
And mobile quarterback out there without a bona fide, well, let me not say that. I was just going to say without a bona fide pass rusher, but Montez Sweat showed up last night.
Yeah,
that is what we need to see out of him. And sometimes just not getting the quarterback on the ground is not the only thing we need. Making him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Making him get rid of the ball before he's ready to actually get rid of the ball is what we're talking about. And he did that. He made Daniels move around the pocket. We're going to play against some quarterbacks. We're going to play against a lot of quarterbacks that don't have the athletic ability or the speed that Daniels have. Some of them are going to be. I mean, I can't wait till we play Dan Flacco. We should have a field day on his ass. I mean, because he moves like he's walking around stuck in cement, for God's sake. So, this is the kind of pass rush that we need to see out of him. And I don't know about y'all, but every game that Booker misses, it pisses me off because of why he got hurt and how he got hurt. It was just flat out asinine. And as you say, it's the gift that keeps on giving. He has no business being on special teams in a preseason game, in a game that you're blowing the other team out in. What the hell is he on special teams for? And we ain't seen his ass since.
Right.
I was surprised we didn't. Go ahead, Todd.
Makes you wonder if they really thought he was going to be the third defensive end on the team. If they put him out there like that, But who else have you got? He kind of has to be the third defensive end. So
we really don't have a third defensive end. I mean, Robinson got half a sack last night.
Yeah.
Maybe Shamar Turner develops a little bit more.
I still think he's probably more inside. I mean, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we really don't have that third defensive end. I mean, I don't know who they would cut if they would activate Booker. Usually, you cut the same position you activate.
They keep playing with that one linebacker. What's his name?
Carl Lewis.
Yeah, Carl Jones. Yeah, yes. Carl Lewis was a track star, I believe.
Yeah. Yes. So let me ask you guys something. DJ Moore.
Yep.
He's received a lot of flack on this team. He don't like it here. He wants out. He don't like Chicago. He don't want to play here. Do you guys really think that guy would have got hurt last night? Went in the medical tent and played the remainder of the game and then got taken to the hospital if he hated this city and hated his team? Do you believe any of that crap you read anymore or hear?
I think that's overblown. I mean, there's so many guys wanting to get, we're doing a podcast, but so many guys looking to get attention. But he does get this butthurt face occasionally, and it just gets blown up out of proportion. But I think I don't.
I saw the one time he looked like he got hurt and he came out and he was bending down, and then a play or two later he went back in. So I didn't see it. You know, when I saw the thing say he went to the hospital in an ambulance, like what happened? Did he fall going down the tunnel, like or something? I don't-
Yeah.
No, I mean, I just saw this tweet from Courtney Cronin this morning that he went to the hospital for precautionary reasons. Like, you could tell he was hurt during that last drive. You could tell he was wincing in pain pretty good. But Clarence,
I heard that he went to the hospital for a growing injury.
Yeah,
Since when have you seen somebody spend the night in the hospital for a growing?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, but this is it. Really and truly, it don't really matter to me. At the end of the day, we should always do what's best for this football team.
Right.
I am on the fence as far as DJ Moore as him. If we can get a defensive piece that way, we can match the money up. Other than that, I don't care what he likes to hear or not. We're paying you. Get out there.
Right.
No, I mean, my point is, I don't think he hates it here. Like, if you hated it here, you would not have gone back on that field after you came out of the medical tent. Like, most players are going to, I hate it here. I don't want to play. I got to take care of me. I got to make sure I get paid one day. I need to worry about my future.
Did he have that reputation when he was in Charlotte?
What's that?
Did he have that reputation here when he played here in Charlotte?
I don't recall him having a bad reputation in Charlotte. Anybody?
No, he was beloved here.
Yeah, I don't recall him. Yeah. I mean, I don't recall him having. How about them Bears? Didn't watch the game, but heck of a game. I see Swift got a little swifty last night. Good win for the Bears, 3 straight. That's from Alicia Smalls. I'm going to throw this out there real quick. All of a sudden, the champ in fantasy ain't champing no more.
Oh, no.
The champs lost 2 straight.
Uh-oh.
I didn't say any names.
Don't make her mad.
But the champ's not champ anymore. I know she's already mad. But, yeah, I just think that the DJ Moore stuff is very much overblown. Todd?
Yes, sir.
Cairo Santos, does he have a job?
Oh, I think so. I mean,
there's already people.
Most accurate kicker in team history. I mean, and the thing that kills me, right? I mean, this Mason, he's a 3rd round pick.
Moody,
and Moody. Sorry, okay, and the 3rd round pick, and then I mean that seems just outrageous. I mean, I know we drafted a punter in the 4th round, but that was a little crazy too. But I didn't follow his situation in San Francisco, but it must have been really bad to invest that kind of capital in a guy and just let him go. So, but
Moody saved the day. I say Moody saved the day.
Yeah, but now that one that got blocked, that trajectory was terrible. So but hey, he saved the day. You're right. So.
Yeah.
I mean, our special teams I thought was pretty bad last night.
Oh man,
McCaffrey killed us. He averaged 31 points. 31 yards on a return.
I'm assuming he was drafted that high based on distance more than anything. I'm guessing.
Oh, Moody is known for the powerful leg, but inaccurate. And Santos is the exact opposite. If you could put them together, we'd have an awesome kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, good on them that they found a spot on the practice squad, and if he has the,
he'll probably get stolen if we put him back on the practice squad. 4 for 5 day. He'll probably get Chicago clearance. Santos have a job. Which one would you keep, Santos or Moody?
I'm keeping Santos. Santos hasn't done nothing that should make us losers. I mean, hell, the last time we did that was when Ryan Pace had just got here, and his infinite wisdom decides to go in and get rid of Robbie Gould, and we saw how that hurt us.
Yeah. How many kickers we go through? About a dozen.
Before we got to Santos. I mean, since when have we ever had to hold tryouts for field goal kickers because of what we did with Robbie Gould? So a lot of times, this is let's not overthink it. We called him up, he got in there, he did his job. And let's leave it at that. Next week's another game.
So, Edmund, I'll let you go first. Who would you give your game ball to for last night?
Ooh, can I give it to 2 people?
Give as many as you want.
I mean, I would say DeAndre Swift and Moody for last night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I agree. I would say.
I mean, others could get it, but but definitely.
Yeah. Todd, who would you give your game ball to for last night?
Yeah, it's Swift. I would think. I mean, but this kicker. I mean, he's kicking in some terrible weather too. So yeah, those are the right calls. That's definitely the and I think that's how it went in the locker room. The video. Pretty sure that's it was.
Yeah. Chicago Clarence, who would you give your game ball to for last night?
I'm gonna have to say that I'm gonna give my game ball to Benedict.
Yeah.
I thought he had a hell of a game.
Yeah.
Solid left tackle play.
Yeah, and considering Wright, they say his elbow, the UCL, he needs surgery. He's basically playing with one
off-season surgery. Yeah,
he's basically playing with one arm. He had a hell of a game last night. I mean, I'm gonna give my game ball. I'm gonna give it to Ben Johnson. I was gonna give it to Swift, but everybody named Swift. Simply because coming out of our bye week.
Yeah.
You could tell he focused on our weaknesses. We still have weaknesses, but you could tell that they drilled down hard on our running game, our running defense, and our pass rush. We were improved. We still need a lot of work, but you could tell we were greatly improved in those areas. So I will give my game ball to Ben Johnson. So, guys, up next, New Orleans Saints. Edmund, who you got in that one?
Oh, the Bears, of course.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. We're gonna rattle Rattler.
Yeah. Todd, the Saints, I look at the Saints.
Yeah.
ESPN has us favored by 5.5, 64% chance of winning.
Yeah, I mean, come on, we're going back home.
Yeah,
they're a mess, and I mean they're 1-5, and who did they beat? Do we even know? But
somebody they shouldn't have. I remember that game.
Did they beat the Giants or something?
I think it was the Giants.
Yeah, I think it was the Giants.
Was that the Russell Wilson Giants, or it must have been right? It's not the Cam Scatterboo Giants. Yeah,
Jackson Dart Giants.
Was it? Yeah,
you're right. It was the New York Giants. They won 26-14 for their only win.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 5.5 seems a little low. I mean, I would think we'd be at least a touchdown on that. I mean,
we are the Bears.
Yeah.
Right. I feel pretty safe that we win that by 10 even.
Do you think we're gonna blow them out?
I look at it's 10 a blowout. I mean,
yeah. For us, that is. But, I look at the Saints on offense. They don't do nothing. They're middle of the pack. Total yards are 14th. Passing yards 11th. Rushing yards 18th. Defense, they're 26th in total. 15 in passing. 31 in rushing yards. So we should feast. No, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong side. They're 17th in rushing. 16th in passing. And 18th in total yards. So they're middle of the road for everything they do.
Mm-hmm.
So, Chicago Clarence, are we going to win Sunday against the Saints at home?
I think that we should. Yeah. I think that this is a team that we going to be one of the few times that we're going to be favored. They are a rebuilding team, and these are teams that you should actually go out and handle and handle real easily. I think that it's a golden opportunity for us to take another step in our development. And what I mean by that, I mean cleaning up the things that we are doing wrong, the mistakes on penalties, the bonehead decisions that we're making. Caleb Williams getting more and more comfortable in this offense. Another week that the offensive line is coming together, getting a chance to gel. Another week that our defense can take another step forward into becoming good. We got a long way from elite. We're used to having elite defenses. We don't have that. So I think that this is a good opportunity us to get right in a lot of areas and put another number in the win column.
Yeah, I think we should win this game handily. And I don't even think it should be close. The Saints are struggling bad. But Spencer Rattler, when I look at his stats, he's actually playing better than you think he is. It's really not him. It's pretty much everything else that's going wrong for them. So after the Saints, we have Baltimore.
I'll be at that game too.
Yeah.
Damn it. Edmund's a damn trendsetter. In the Baltimore, I still think it's a tricky game because they run the ball. They still have Derrick Henry, still have Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're really beaten up and banged up and bruised.
Is he coming back? He come back this week or next?
Probably. They have a bye this week, so
yeah.
I think they were targeting our game for him to come back and play in.
Yeah.
I mean, Lamar Jackson was never officially put on the IR, so I expect him back. Cincinnati, I mean, Joe Flacco's a step up from Joe Brown. I mean, that's a huge step. I mean, it's a way. I still feel like we should get that. And then the Giants are tricky because they're a different team with Jackson Dart.
They're a very different team.
Oh, yeah.
I think we all had that check mark as a win before the season started.
We definitely did.
Yeah.
Now they're a different team with Jackson Dart.
We have a chance against the Ravens, but we're going to lose against the Giants. I mean, that's crazy, but that's the way it is these days.
Yeah.
Any given Sunday.
Yeah. So, guys, what do you think of Ben Johnson so far? Because I think if Eberflus was the coach last night, we lost that game. I think if he was the coach against the Raiders, we lost that game. I mean, is there anything questionable that he did last night? You didn't just flat out thought was stupid?
Yeah, going forward on fourth down.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
He should have taken the points.
Yeah.
You know, I am not a fan of chasing points unless you absolutely have to. You know, and if you got a team that's turning the ball over and you like to put 7 on the board, but any time that you can make them pay and get, you just can't come away with nothing. Right. You know, and it was deflating to have Washington turn the ball over and we sitting up there and it's 6-0. I get that. But you got to be smart about it because it almost cost you. Because you think about that field goal that we didn't take. The field goal that was blocked, that's a 6-point turnaround right there.
2-point
conversion. And really and truly, you never have to go for the 2-point conversion, which was open, by the way. Monunga was open in the flat. He was wide open. I don't know what Caleb Williams was looking at, but Monunga is wide open, and that's a conversion.
Yeah, Aikman goes, that's the number 1 read. I don't know how you missed the number 1 read coming out. That was just all.
I don't know what he was looking at.
You started moving in that pocket.
You know, the play before that, it's what stunned me the most. We were 3rd and 10. I thought for sure, okay, we're going to throw the ball here. I got it written down as we did a toss to Swift, and we gained 9 yards to get the 4th and 1. So I don't know why we didn't run again because we were having success on that. But like you guys said, we threw the ball and it got tipped. I mean, the receiver was open. There's no question. It was. I mean, Washington just made it. It's just that simple. Washington made the play.
Let me ask you guys something, and it may be, a stupid ass question, even though I already know the answer. But are the Philadelphia Eagles the only team in the NFL that can do the tush push?
Apparently.
I mean, every coach is watching this. They see Philadelphia executing this at a high level. It's 4th and 1, and you don't do the tush push. I mean, come on.
Well, call it something else.
You sent a representative to New York to vote on this. I don't know whether we voted yay or nay, but it was voted on this offseason. You guys kept it in the rule book. Why more teams doing it?
It's almost an unstoppable play.
It is pretty much unstoppable.
Yeah, because you got how many you can pretty much line up as many as you want behind the quarterback and just push like hell. It's pretty much a guaranteed yard almost.
I mean, I would have rather us just went in with a jumbo package to try to run for the first down. You know, I probably would take Swift out and put Monunga in, somebody who's a little bit more willing, running between the tackle, but
doesn't fumble.
I didn't like the pass. I didn't like the pass there on 4th and 1.
I didn't like it either.
And he's still got
the toss.
That's the Lions in him, man. They do that stuff all the time.
Aggressive.
I think they were trying to catch him off guard with that.
Yeah, but somebody called Ben Johnson and tell him he doesn't have the Detroit Lions offensive line. You can get away with a lot of shit when you're running and you're standing there throwing the ball behind that line. We don't have that. We're building towards that, and if you're going to chase points, let's at least make it make sense.
All right.
So
the tush pushers are high. I mean, come on. We should be trying it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Edmund, how bad was that drop by Zacchaeus at the end of the game?
Oh man,
the TV announcers were saying if he caught that, he'd still be running.
Yeah.
he would have, because he was in stride. I was like,
yeah,
yes, I was like, whoa, like, come on, man, yeah, that hurt right there, big time.
Yeah, that was. I have that one written down too. Like, I couldn't believe he dropped that. Like,
Yeah,
fucking God, and that's the stuff we got to clean up.
mm-hmm.
Like, there's no way you should have dropped that. He was wide open. He'd still be running.
In stride, yep. He'd have run back to Chicago.
Yes, he could have. Todd, anything else you can think of from last night?
No, just that it would have been so easy to and for the longest time with this team, we find ways to lose, and they the refs and the dumb plays and everything else, they still found a way to win the game. And I about gave up. I mean, we were texting back and forth, and I was like, yeah, I was awake though. I wasn't gonna give up. But it entered my mind that we're gonna blow this, and I don't want to see it again. But we got a little lucky, but the weather's same for both teams, right? So that fumble at the end with the Commanders was it was a gift. But
hey, I think that was me. I was praying so hard in that stadium.
Yeah,
it was
man. I was praying hard in there.
So, Clarence, let me ask you something. How bad would Caleb Williams have been roasted by social media today if he threw that interception in the end zone and he fumbled that play and cost us the game? It seems like he gets roasted for nail polish, and then Jaden Daniels had 2 huge turnovers, and he didn't get roasted. I mean, Troy Aikman didn't even roast him during the telecast.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Well, you gotta remember the NFL is a very finicky group. Mm-hmm. Every little thing that happens, or I won't say every little thing, but everything that happens, they hold it against you. Colin Kaepernick, Cam Newton, so Shedeur Sanders, Caleb Williams came into this league rubbing a lot of people wrong with some of the things that was being reported or not, whether it's true or not about what he was saying or what his dad was saying, wanting a piece of the team and stuff like that. That kind of stuff don't sit well with them good old boys. So everybody pays attention to that. So, and then you throw in the fact that he's a #1 overall pick. You're held to a higher standard because Chicago could have had anybody that they wanted out of that draft, and they chose you. And then you couple that with what the success that Jaden Daniels had, and let's think about it. The dude was pretty damn awesome last year. So, he got a little bit of leeway right now, and he ain't been as good as he was last year, but he ain't been bad either. So Caleb Williams, he's got to string some stuff along. And the Bears as a whole has always been a dumpster fire. I was looking at the national pundits, and they was giving us our flowers, but a lot of them was talking about how sloppy the football game was. Not a whole lot of people was sitting up there giving us, the benefit of the doubt about the officiating that was just terrible. Right. They just hanging up on, some of the mistakes that we made, and we did have some self-inflicted mistakes. But as Todd was saying, it's something to behold. It's something to be said about a team that goes into another team's home field and beats them with the weather and stuff involved in play. And by the way, we were feeling a team that's missing a lot of starters on both sides of the ball. So
back to the Caleb thing. To me, that it's a good draft. It's a good class. That year was a good quarterback class.
Yeah.
Last year, Jaden Daniels, gonna be a Hall of Famer after last year. Obviously, he was the guy to pick the media, but then Bo Nix was great too, and boy, the Bears screwed up, and and now
Drake May's great.
And now Drake May is the greatest out of that group. So it changes, but it's never Caleb. It's never Caleb. I mean, they'll reach way down, but right now is the Drake May thing because Jaden's fallen off a little bit. Right, he's had injuries too, but it was a good class. So
it really is. I mean,
But
really,
I said if Jaden had the weapons that we have,
yeah.
Lord.
I don't think there's a GM out there that would have pulled the trigger. They might have made the trade and traded back, but I don't think anybody just straight up, I'm picking number one. I think they're going Caleb every time. I mean, I just, I don't, you can't know it, but I believe that, I don't think, any smoke that Jalen was going to go number one or Drake May. I don't believe that. Somebody might have traded down and said, we're going to pass on this guy and go with this. But that's always subject to change week in and week out. Who was the best player from the class?
Yeah. I mean, truthfully, there's 6 very good quarterbacks so far. I mean, unlike the Trevor Lawrence draft where we thought there was going to be a bunch of good quarterbacks, really, Trevor Lawrence is the only one that got to still with the original team that drafted him.
Yeah.
Mac Jones isn't. Zach Wilson isn't. Justin Fields isn't.
But now Mac Jones is great, right? So.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Anyway.
I mean, I just found it surprising that, Caleb Williams would have been roasted if he made those 2 mistakes last night.
Sure.
Yeah. The social media would have roasted him. ESPN would have been ugly. Yeah. So, guys, let's get to our final thoughts. Todd, what do you got to say about our Chicago Bears going forward?
So I've been accused of, and I've admitted to drinking the Kool-Aid on Ben Johnson, but the thing, I really like the after the videos that they put out, with the team ball and everything, and we've watched our history together, us 3 guys, 4 guys, is that it's been bad coaching. I think I showed up during John Fox, maybe the end of Trestman right at Fox. And I haven't seen a team that truly believed in their. I never got the feeling that, hey, they're playing for this guy, and I really believe they're playing for this guy. Just since Lovey, I haven't seen a Bears team that really seems like they want to win for their coach. They're going to play for this organization, not that they're just mailing it in for a check, to try to end up somewhere else or whatever. So that's really, I'm happy to see that. It's been a long time since I really felt like a team believed in a coach.
Whew. Yeah, my final thoughts, as always, thank you for watching us. You can find us on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Share our content, tell all your family and friends about us. If you live in the Charlotte area, please, you can come to Boardwalk Billy's every Sunday. Now that we got Sunday games back at 1 for a long time. We're across the street from Charlotte 49er University. My final thoughts is I think we finally have a head coach. The last 2 coaches, we look like shit coming out of our bye week. I'm not saying we're perfect. We still have work to do, but you can tell coaching is taking place. We improved on some of our weaknesses. We still have a long way to go, but you could tell he focused on our weaknesses and addressed them. He drove it home. You could tell the run game was better. The running lanes were better. The defense was better. The run defense was better. The pass rush, I still want them to get the quarterback to the ground more and make him uncomfortable, but it was a little better. Not a lot, but it was a little better. It made Jane Daniels move off his spot a couple times. So I think we finally have a coach going forward. Now, I know we would have lost that game if Matt Nagy or Matt Eberflus was in charge.
For sure.
But it's like we never gave up. We were down, and I thought, oh, my God, this is a disaster. But we pulled it together. We pulled it together, and we got the W. So, Edmund, you were at the game last night. You were at the Hail Mary Gate last night or last year. What are your final thoughts on the Chicago Bears going forward?
I see us doing a lot, like keep growing. It's look like we're gonna keep growing under Ben Johnson. He has a plan, and seems like the plan is starting to come together. I feel like once we get like the rest of our starters back, and the run game is there, but I know we still got some work to do with that. But if we can keep it going, work off this momentum we had in this game right here, and just keep going, get a couple more wins under our belt, hey, there's no telling. I'm not saying I'm not gonna be like the Cowboys and be like, oh, Super Bowl, but
no.
I'm just looking for like just keep moving forward in a positive way. So
yeah, to me, getting the running game going is huge. So that opens up his playbook. I think Ben Johnson kind of admitted last night the running game looked like shit. As you could tell, they focused on the running game because it was greatly improved. I feel like that really opens the playbook going forward. So, bad guy, Chicago Clarence, what are your final thoughts about our Chicago Bears?
I can't say enough on how big it is to go into not only coming out of a bye, but you go on the road and you get a win with the circumstances that we got this win under. That's really, really big. I don't think there's a person on here that believes that Chicago Bears in the past would have still won this game. We would have lost that game.
Yes,
hell,
sure.
I mean, we didn't. We have done so growing because we had a game like this week 1 and we ended up losing that game, and that game was at home. So you can tell that this team has done so growing. I can appreciate Ben Johnson. He came with a hefty price tag, but I can appreciate him because look at the changes that's being made. The offensive line shuffling. We just not used to seeing people being held accountable like that. And he was not tolerating lackluster play. And I'm glad to believe that I wasn't the only one who hated Braxton Jones and wanted his ass to be sitting on the bench. So, and you can see how that's paid dividends. I mean, Benedict, we've seen Braxton Jones struggle against just almost everybody. So, yeah, I know that wasn't, I know that wasn't a star pass rusher that Benedict was going against last night, but he held his own, and the offensive line as a whole played well. So I'm following with you, Andy. I am excited about Ben Johnson. I'm excited to see the growth that this team can do, but I'm going to also say this. We cannot, under any circumstances, lose Sunday against the New Orleans Saints. That would definitely cheapen this win if we end up doing that. We cannot lose to the New Orleans Saints on Sunday. We have got to win that football game.
Especially in our house.
Yeah, that would definitely suck the air out of the place.
It would be embarrassing. And it's something we used to do under the Nagy and Flus regimes. We come off, they would get a good quality win here and there, and then we would shit the bed against a bad team somehow.
I'm trying to remember some of those quality wins, Andy.
Nagy got us to the playoffs.
He did, the one season. Yeah. No, you're right.
He was coach of the year, was he not? His rookie year?
I think he did win. I think he did win.
That was a pretty hellified defense. I wish we was feeling that defense right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and give that award to Fangio and take it away from Nagy, but that's just me.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, Edmund. Thank you for being a guest. We'll see you guys next time.
All right.
Peace.
Fair down.